So you get allies, you get other people to corral around you to be able to support you to make the point relevant. Because also for me, my major push is around, say for example, in our investments, how are we helping the company versus this being about me. My name is Andreata Muforo, and I'm passionate about creating opportunities for Africans and making sure that, myself as an African included, that we create opportunities so that Africans can live dignified life. And what does that mean for me is making sure that access to education, access to healthcare. And this has led me into my current work, where I work to support entrepreneurs. I guess the term is venture capitalist. Basically, we provide capital to high-scale businesses across Africa, and then also work alongside the entrepreneurs to grow and scale the business and support them in strategy and different ways that they would like to think about scaling their business. There are very few women from the VC side, so we call it VC for short. So as asset allocators, so somebody like myself who's making decisions around which companies will get funding. Then there's also there are also more male entrepreneurs or founders that we see in the space as well. So in terms of how many, if I look at the companies that we look at in any given year, about 15 to 20% of those have female founders. I mean, a lot of reasons are at play for that, but also fundamentally because we're in the tech space where you find the pool of tech talent thins out as you move from, primary, secondary, high school, all the way to tertiary, and then even just starting and founding a company there. So it is, predominantly fairly male-dominated. Things are changing to an extent, and I think as our firm at TLCom, I think we distinguish ourselves in that if you look at the partnership of our firm, we have 4 partners, of which two of those are female, so it's 50% partnership, so including myself, and that's something that we think brings a lot of value to the firm, because it's not just about numbers, about the fact that you have one more woman. There's a lot when you have more women and include other different voices in the way you do your work, then the value, the product that you get, or the decision that you come to is much stronger, because you bring a diversity of views, you bring a diversity of experience. Now, a lot of research has been done which has shown that funds that have more women as part of kind of the decision-making process perform better as asset allocators. And I think also from even a founder's perspective, what we've seen is that female founders in Africa particularly, and actually for that matter globally, are not getting as much capital or getting as much funding. Most people think that I'm an analyst. In fact, it happened to me last week where we had a meeting and then somebody came and they were greeting everyone and they said to me, "Oh, you must be an analyst here." I'm like, "No, I'm one of the partners." In my mind, I was like, but why did he even have to make that comment? It was not necessary. He could have asked me, "What am I?" So yes, I do experience biases, of course not on a daily basis, but occasionally. And the way I think about, transcending that, I think for me, it's in a couple of ways. So in instances, so there are some instances where I call it out and speak up and confront the person. There are instances where I get other people to support me. So whether it's my colleagues, because sometimes something is better heard if it's coming from somebody else. So you get allies, you get other people to corral around you to be able to support you to make the point relevant. Because also for me, my major push is around, say for example, in our investments, how are we helping the company versus this being about me.